Denise just muted herself out. And we are live, Spodioti.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Excited to have you here. Look, it's Wednesday, so guess who we have with us? The amazing superstar, Jana Clinton.
Oh, boy. Here we go. I love the conversation we're going to talk about today.
I'm excited about it, too.
Yeah. Hey, AJ.
AJ's on. Mr. Vaughn, the banker.
Yes.
He's the banker. He's the banker of the
group. We follow each other. We watch each other. We're like, okay, how do you do that?
Annette Paz, AJ, got a couple on. Excited. Today is Wealth Wednesday. Hey, Anna, nice to see you. Wealth Wednesday, what we do is we go out and we do something for people. We do an act of kindness that has a financial attachment to it. Tammy, Catherine, good morning. And, we talk about it all the time. Slip a $1 bill or a $5 bill in a box of diapers, pay for somebody's coffee, pay for somebody's gas, pay for somebody's meal, whatever you want to do. It's Wealth Wednesday, so that's important. But as Jana mentioned, for those of you who are joining us, whether you're watching on live or on the replay, today's conversation is about how powerful our opportunity is and what the percentages of people. This is going to help you because in order to be really successful in this industry, you have to, number one, believe in the company and products that you represent. You have to trust. You have to believe in them, and you have to be with a company that their products make a difference, that are people going to buy, and when they're going to, and more importantly, that they're going to buy, that they're going to continue to buy. You have to feel good about the industry as a whole. Hey, Pat Fleming, how are you? Good to see you. Lori's on. As a whole, and you have to understand that people are looking, and to help you do that, we're going to talk about some numbers today. There's never been a better time. Over 30 million people. A lot of people, the unemployment just got changed. And they're not going to do another stimulus package. And let me tell you, the people that got stimulus package, they spent it. Looking for furniture for this house, they got none. I mean, I said, why are y'all? What's the pandemic got to do with furniture? They sent them a check. They wanted new furniture. So people are looking for an opportunity. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, quickly, I'm going to go through these slides and cover these numbers and then get some feedback. And Denise, it may take me longer than 15 minutes. I apologize. And I understand if you need to jump off, but timing's everything. Now, you've heard that saying, timing's everything. Timing is important. Okay. If you're too soon to a marketplace, people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're too late, people go, yeah, you're a has-been. So it's very important, but you've got to combine timing with knowledge and effort and belief. But 77% of people right now in the industry have expressed interest in earning some additional money on a part-time basis. 77%, 23% say, no, I'm not interested, but 77% of people that were tested did that. Now look at this. Gen Z are 5-year-olds to 24-year-olds. Well, we can't sign up 5-year-olds, but we can sign up 18 to 24-year-olds. Millennials are 24 to 39-year-olds. Gen X, 40 to 55. Baby boomers, 56 to 74. So as I was talking earlier to Jana about this, it's important to know the person you're talking to as what's most important to them, because that's what people want to know. What's in it for me, right? So if you look at the number one thing that Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X, so 18 to 55-year-olds, their number one is low risk. Low risk. They're in all three generations, 18 to 55-year-olds, low startup cost. The younger folks, the 18 to 24, is it accessible to everybody, anybody? Now, a lot of that has to do with 18 to 24-year-olds. They're new in the industry. They don't have a college education. Some of them don't have a high school education. So that's important. Hey, can my friends do it too? Is everybody invited to play? And have a positive impact in the world. Now, so when you're talking to a 21, 22, 24-year-old, maybe even some of the 25s, they want to know, is it a green product? Is it a green company? Do they have glass bottles? Do they use recyclable stuff? Are we helping the world? Are we helping with the climate control? They want to know these things. That's important. That's the number 4 most important thing to them. So we got to know that. Millennials gives me a sense of purpose. Well, that's kind of the same thing, I think. If they want to have a cause. What's my cause? What am I working towards? Work with a trustworthy company is number 4. Gen X, define my own success. I like this. They're like, hey, how hard can I work? And if I work hard, do I get paid? And can I decide where I want to be on y'all's company? I just want to earn $1,000 a month. I want to earn $1,000 a week. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. Work with a trustworthy companies is number 4 for them. Baby boomers, look at this. 56 to 74-year-olds. The harder I work, the more I earn. I fall in that category, and I get it. It makes sense. Choose my own work schedule. We baby boomers, we're like, okay, we want to enjoy our life now. We want time freedom. So that choose my work schedule is time freedom to 56 to 74, the baby boomers. That's what we want. And we want low risk and low startup costs, but they're number 3 and number 4. Now, what percentage of these generations are interested in an entrepreneurial opportunity? Get this. The baby boomers, us, 63%. They're interested. Gen X, 83%. Millennials, 12%. And Gen Z, 91%. The Gen Z and the millennials, they're the Gary Vee followers. They love that. Also the Gen X. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to be own their own business. Everybody wants to, but look at the percentage of them that are looking for an entrepreneurial opportunity. Me, I'm 60. I just turned 60, anyway. I approach a lot of people my own age. Well, 37% of them are not interested. 63% are. So now I'm like, well, my chances are better with younger folks, right? Isn't that crazy? Now, of those who are looking, 63%, they want to be able to enables me to become financially secure. 62% want low startup costs. 61% want time freedom. Time freedom. Okay. So we know, hey, this is what we need to be. This is what our message needs to be. This is what our message. Now get this. So everybody's looking for, this is a really important slide. Everybody, 83%, 91% to 83% up to 55 years old are looking for an opportunity. And 63% of the baby boomers are. Well, here's the big opportunities that are available today. The direct selling industry, us. What's the startup cost? A startup kit, you can get in for $700, $800. You want to do the advantage pack, and we'll show you why in a minute. Realtor, I'm a real estate agent. So when I watch this presentation, it costs $500 to $1,000 to become a real estate agent. Well, that's sort of true. It doesn't include your time because you got to go to school for at least a week. You got to take the test. Do you know that 81% of people who take the real estate course the first time fail it? Now, I've taken it 3 times in 2 different states, and I passed it the first time every time. I'm not patting myself on the back and saying, "Ooh, you're a stud." I'm saying some of these people looking to become. This is honest truth. When I was getting my real estate license in South Carolina, this is no lie. There were 2 strippers in there and a guy who sold all the apparel to the strippers, but one of them was his girlfriend. That's why they were there. But they wanted to get the real estate license, and they were sleeping half the time during the class because they've been up all night dancing or whatever they do. Now, that's no joke. But they're looking for, they think, oh, I want to be a realtor. Well, let me tell you something. I don't list or property. I don't do it. The only reason I did it was to get referrals, like say, hey, I'll refer you to somebody, or that sort of thing, or to buy my own stuff. But it cost me, and I hang my license with a friend of mine, doesn't charge me desk fees, doesn't charge me a percentage. But when you become a new real estate agent, you're going to pay between 25 and 50% of your commission goes to your upline. I mean, your broker. Can you imagine here if we said, now, go to work, Jana, but 50% of the commission you make goes to me? You'd be like, wait a minute here. That doesn't sound good. And they'll keep that forever. And you got to buy material. You got to drive people around all the time. You got to waste your gas. You know, they want to see 14 different houses. And there's a good chance they may not even buy from you. And it cost me about $600 a year. I'll take that back. I'm wrong. Plus, it cost me $780 a year to keep my license active. And I don't pay desk fees. And I don't pay, well, I would pay him a percentage if I sold a house, but I don't sell a house. But when I buy for myself, I don't share with him. Driving for Uber, if you're an Uber person, okay, do you know that the average Uber person earns between $30 and $800 a month? That's what they earn. That's the national statistics, $30 to $800 a month. They're driving or leasing their own car. They got to keep up with the car, change tires, gas, wear and tear, oil changes, insurance, driver's license, vehicle registration, and they're pulling up to God knows where, picking up strangers. And during COVID, I mean, who wants to do that, right? And then home rental, Airbnb. Well, I mean, the cost there is $300,000 plus because you got to buy a house to Airbnb it out. Then you got the maintenance. Or you're renting one of your rooms out. You know, some people rent the rooms out down here at the beach, and I'm like, that just kind of weirds me out. Even when I was looking for a place, I'm looking at a place going, oh, we were going to the mountains, you know, some of them are like private room with your own interest and own bathroom. And I'm thinking, I don't want to rent a place in somebody's house, you know. I don't mind going and staying with Jana and Denise, but I'm not gonna. We're here. Where's my room? You know, you don't know those people. They could be, you know, Friday the 13th guy. What's his name? You know, or they could have cameras watching me. I'm just not into it. Anyway, maintenance of the house, wear and tear, insurance, restaurant franchise. I know this well. It's $100,000 to $1 million just to get started. My cousin, bless his heart, was 63 years old. Y'all have heard this story. Decided that he was going to open Duck Donut franchise in San Antonio, Texas, and that was going to be his retirement income. Folks, he's into it for about $500,000 and he's losing money. Yeah. He's not got his investment back and he's losing money each month. I tried my best to talk him out of it. Wouldn't work. So compare that to what we offer. Compare and you say realtor. And so if you look at what these other things bring to the table, the low startup cost and the low risk is right in our wheelhouse. This is what our people are looking for. You know, this is what we want. So low risk, low startup cost enables me to find my own schedule, work with a trustworthy company. You're going to reach 84% of the people that are looking. We have all those. We have all those. And now think about this. So you don't want to go out there on Facebook and go, join my company. We got great deals. We got this. No, this is the message they're looking for. Low risk, low startup costs, time freedom, and is your company trustworthy? You know, 52% of the people who are interested, but you know, opportunities in general, not necessarily direct selling, but just in general, okay, they cite insecurity and lack of knowledge regarding the selling process. Now, this is why it's so important for us to teach our simple system and to stick with the system. Invite, share, enroll, and train them to do the same thing. See, when you tell somebody, you know, I was in a chat room yesterday with some folks, and they said, I've got somebody that says, you know, that they're just not confident in their ability to sell. What do I say? I said, they just said, you know, hey, I've never been able to sell anything. I always say, I know exactly how you feel because I felt the very same way when I first started looking at direct sales. But then when I found out that some companies, ours included, teach you exactly what to do and what to say, and you don't have to worry about it. You just follow a proven system and you share the information with them. And if you need help, you can literally plug your upline in on the phone with them and they'll do the work for you. When I figured that out, I kind of, I said, hey, I'll give it a try. I got nothing to lose. And so then I realized the more I did it, the more I followed the proven system, the more confident I became. I got confidence. And now I feel good about it. And the more you do it, the more confident you get. I mean, doesn't that make sense? You know?
Yeah.
And well, I don't have enough people to sell to. We can show you how to do that. Well, I don't know where to start. 28% of people won't join your opportunity because they don't know where to start. And see, that's why it's our job to present and say, well, listen, you're just going to do the same thing I did. We're going to show you exactly how to start, what to do. Here's the videos. Here's the training. Just follow the system and it'll work. Now, people that are full-time in these are direct sales numbers. Full-time in direct sales, their lifetime value is $2,200 to you, and they last about 17 months. But if they buy the Advantage Pack, they called it a big-time pack in this presentation I was watching, their lifetime value to you in commissions is $4,200. They stay at least 33 months. They rank Advance 544% more than those people who just came in and bought product. Listen to that number. Those who buy an Advantage Pack rank Advance 544% more than those who don't. You think you want to sell them an Advantage Pack? Their monthly purchases are 56% more. Their average checks are 116% more. And they personally enroll 500% more people when they buy an Advantage Pack. That speaks for itself. So event attendees. Now, what we're doing right now is an event. Okay. The Higdon Group is doing, the Higdon Group Live, that's an event. And right now, virtual events are the events we have to offer. I've never met a leader making six figures that doesn't attend events. And it's important not only for you to be at these events and to be plugged into the Live at 11s or watching them, but the Wednesday night training is an event. I met with Eddie last week, playing golf, and I said, hey, I want to do quarterly events. Even if we can't do the masterminds, let's do a virtual event like everybody else is doing. He said, put the information together. We'll look at it. So we're going to start doing that too. Average number of orders for those who attend events, 291% more, higher. Enrollment per distributor for those that attend these events, 2,241% higher. You think you want to get your team plugged into events? Now, I'm not talking about customers. Don't try to plug your customers in here. If people are customers, they're customers. But I'm talking about people who say they want to build. Okay? They rank Advance 558% more, and they earn 119% more. Now, customers, disengaged distributors just hanging around, lifetime value, 847 for a customer. A customer, look at that. A customer stays longer and has a higher lifetime value than a disengaged distributor.
Yeah, I believe that.
Wow.
I do too. So when you try to convince somebody to be a distributor that really doesn't want to be a distributor, they're not going to stay as long. If they want to be a customer, let them be a customer. But an engaged distributor, the longevity is 19 months, and the lifetime value to you is $2,450 in commission. Now, this is, how did I mess up that slide? Well, I'm going to leave it like it is. Somehow I messed that up. But what I want you to watch is this. Incentive attendees. We just started a contest with the company. We just looked at event attendees, these numbers here, right? Okay, those who attend events. We want people to attend events. Incentive attendees, those people who attend, who participate in contest. Okay, it's on the next slide. There it is. Okay, their average number of orders are 270% more. The enrollment per distributor, get this, 6,300% more. What? Yeah. Well, partly because they're enrolling more because they want to win the prizes. They want to win the trip. Think about, for those of you who were here for the mastermind, folks, we went to the Riviera, Acoma, an unbelievable, it was an elite resort, all expenses paid. You didn't pay. You just sat down in a restaurant and ordered. They don't have prices on the menu because you get whatever you want. Doesn't matter. It's all included. And we ran a contest, and you could win the trip for yourself. You could also win the trip for you and your spouse or your significant other. Y'all, Jana, remember Denise? Remember what sales were doing, enrollment was doing?
Yeah, the best part was when we landed, there was just a sedan that picked us up, right? We got there, and I brought my husband, of course. And we get to the hotel, and they said, "Welcome home," and handed him a glass of champagne. And he looked at me, and he goes, "This is going to be good." I'll never forget that. He was like, "Whoa, welcome home." It was fun.
So,
big part of all of our growth last year.
And that was an event.
Yep.
And it was an incentive at the same time, an incentive trip. A lot of people won the trip. But Jana, just on that was my first opportunity to meet with Mark, and what a great guy he was. We had so much fun. He's hilarious. Jana was like, "I've heard this. I've been married to you for how long? I've heard all these jokes, so stop telling them." Like, we haven't heard them. Keep telling them. But where did his belief level and support level go after that event for you building the business?
Well, I think the biggest thing, I can tell you two things. Number one, everybody that was in our group was always smiling.
Yeah.
And there's an energy to that. That comes from the heart. So he picked up on that right away. He said, nobody's grumpy here. They're just like very positive people. And then the other thing was, after we got the champagne and we're walking through, we walked down the stairs, and guess who was greeting us? Eddie Stone, the owner. So he personally met every single person and knew their schedule when they would be coming through, handed us our swag bags, and just said, "Hey, this is your time. You've earned this. We're going to have one little meeting." It was like 4 hours. We're going to start on time. We're going to end on time, but you have all of this time to enjoy what you earned.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty incredible.
Oh yeah. We had a blast. Yeah. And then so incentive attendees rank advanced 390% more, and they earn 200% more than those who don't. And if you combine that with event attendees, look at the event attendees and the incentive attendees. So it's important for us to not push. Please share this on. Yeah, Debbie, this is recorded on our team page, so it'll be up and there, and it's also, Debbie, on the YouTube channel. I want everybody to let me get over here. Debbie Stella said, "Please share this on our team page." So every Live at 11 we do is live on the team page, and it stays on the team page. So you can go back and pull it up. But they're also, right now, we're also recording this to the Team Elevation YouTube channel. So every Live at 11 we've done is recorded and on the Team Elevation team page, YouTube channel. So if there's one you want to go see, you go check it out. Okay. Because she said this is a crazy good chart. Been waiting 12 weeks for our furniture, still not here. He said that. So what did we learn here? We learned that our opportunity compared to other entrepreneurial opportunities, I mean, you can see now why we're having record month after record month after record month. We learned what to say to what age group of people, what our message should be. Okay. We've learned about event attendees and incentive attendees, and how that's so important, and how that will absolutely boost your business. I can tell you that all the leaders were in Acoma.
Yeah.
The leaders are on the training calls on Wednesday night. We got a training call tonight. Guess what I'm training on tonight? This very thing. I'm going to expand on it a little bit, but I'm going to train on this very thing. So if you got new people, that you need to plug them in tonight. You need to say, "Hey, y'all don't want to miss this." Fridays Live at 11 is going to be at 12:30 Eastern time. At 12:30 Friday, I'm going to put it up on the board today. I'm going to have Ray Higdon as my guest. Ray's going to be on here Friday at 12:30, not 11. Simply due to the fact that that's the only time I could book him. Ray is a guy who was Entrepreneur of the Year. I'm talking about for his training company now. He's listed in Forbes magazine as a top 50 new training companies growth-wise. He's listed in New York Times bestseller list. I mean, this guy, him and his group and his wife, him and his wife do trainings. So this is an event you don't want to miss. And so we're going to talk, and we're not going to, he's not coming on just to promote his event. So I want you to understand that. We're going to do some educational stuff on Friday. So you want to be there. It's live at 11 at 12:30. Okay. And so important. Look, I mean, what do you think, ladies? What's the biggest takeaway here?
Well, you know what was interesting to me, everyone just kind of brings it back to themselves, and my customer really are in my age group. But for me, and it's nice to have a sweet spot, right? So maybe that is my sweet spot. But I looked at that 40 to 55 because I can swing to that bucket. I may not be able to swing to the 19-year-old because I don't have a 19-year-old. But gosh, I now just opened up my window of what I'm going to look at strategically. And then I'm going to, memorize low risk, low startup cost, define my own success. I hear my son, who's 40, talk about what he's doing in his career right now. And those words literally didn't come out exactly that way, but that's what he was telling me. And then work with a trustworthy company. So just kind of some of that psychological piece. I think instead of going to the whole bucket, take where you are, and that I have a sweet spot with my age group. But that little bucket right next to me, man, so now I'm going to start thinking 40 to 55, and I definitely have my sweet spot. But I think sometimes when we see a big graph like that, we can kind of go, okay, well, we widen our scope too wide, and then we don't know how to talk to that person because we're like, looking at the graph or whatever. But I think just go to the next bucket. Right? Because that's the closest. You were a 40-year-old just a little while ago. Right, Denise? We were that fabulous 40-year-old.
I think Denise is still 40. Aren't you still 40?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you are 40.
My 16th anniversary of 40. So
there you go.
You know who's down here that I haven't brought in, who's been sitting there, I guess, waiting to join our team. I didn't see you're down below my screen for some reason. I'm sorry.
I've been watching the whole time, and there were a couple times I walked around with the computer, and I thought, gosh, if he lets me in now, people are going to wonder what's going on.
I looked at the bottom of my screen because I've been looking over here at my presentation. Looked at the bottom of the screen. I went, hey,
guys,
what is that?
Just so our viewers know, I've been on since 7:59.9. I made it in time.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's funny that you joined at this time, because what I was about to say was this, okay? And that is this, is when you look at, I messed up my screen here when I did this, but when you look at these people, these age groups, okay, here's what I was thinking is, Lisa, your daughter's part of this business, and she's also a realtor.
Right.
And one statistic, and I don't know if I said this or not, do you know that only 35% of licensed realtors will sell one home this coming year? Last year, only 35% of licensed realtors even sold a home, piece of property. But what I was thinking is my daughter is 38. So if I've got somebody in that range that I'm talking to, once we teach them this, that, hey, you're looking for low risk, low startup cost, sense of purpose, and trustworthy company. If I get somebody on the phone, I'm like, hey, let me put you on a three-way with my daughter.
Yeah.
Or, hey, you can say to your daughter, look at these. This is what your age group, because a lot of times they see us building the business and they go, well, I can't do that because, and I never understood why. Well, because we're over here looking at this and they're over here looking at this, and our message is not the same.
Mm-hmm. It's really important to understand your audience, because if you are talking over and over again about things that are great about this company, but they're things that are important to you, you probably are missing something big. And I just used to say to people when I was in another business, if you are going on and on about the incentive trip and that person doesn't like to travel, you're going nowhere, man. Yep. So you need to find out about them. But specifically, at least their category.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you know, I was just going to say something to that, what Denise said, because part of finding out what they are looking at is, what did you like best? I mean, we heard that the other day, and I followed that. And, you know, he said, well, I like the products, and I use those kind of products. And I said, yeah, me too. They're, you know, it's great to be in that. And I didn't add anything else. I just complimented what he said and stayed in that lane. And then I said, what else did you like best? And then he went in, well, I really like the financial part of this. And so then I said, yeah, that's a residual income that is great to add to your, you know, what you're already doing. So what Denise is saying, you have to indirectly get why they're even looking.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was a hard thing for me, because Denise, there are so many things that I love about this company. And I was that person that, I don't know, but I would just talk too much. And I would talk about things that were important to me, not listening and not finding out what was important to them. How could I ask that question, which was,
well, sometimes they don't know. Sometimes people don't know what they're looking for exactly.
Right.
Which is why it's important when you send information or a video that you ask the question, what did you like best? What was your favorite takeaway? What did you love the most? Because those answers will tell you what they're looking for, even if they don't even realize that's what they're looking for.
Right. And then when you mirror it back, they're like, yeah, that is what I like. And you didn't even move them out of their lane. You stayed right with them. It was just like a pivot, right? It was going with them in their lane.
And then they better identify with you, even if you're a baby boomer and you're talking to a Gen Z and they say, what I liked was, and you say, yeah, me too. Now they're like, oh, yeah, we're the same. Yeah. Like it really goes a long way.
Yesterday, after the call with Eddie, I saw a lot of people go on Facebook and go, oh my God, our company's running this great contest. You've got to join to win prizes. Call me now. You got to join. And I'm thinking, who are you talking to? What? You know, nowhere on this list is contest or prizes, or that's not. And people are like, ooh, what do you, that's just so, I don't know what that is. Right?
What, Denise?
It's a carrot dangler.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, carrot dangling makes them suspicious.
Gives them a bad feeling, bad taste in their mouth. You know?
It's the wall up.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting when you guys were talking about how to relate to somebody you're talking to. If it's someone that's already been in network marketing, you really then have to, I don't mean fine tune, but be a good listener. If they go to Touchstones, if they go just to your link or your website and do their own poking around, being a seasoned network marketer, they're going to walk away with a great feeling and have, it just speaks for itself. And I just had that experience with my new guy in Budapest, and he's been in 25 years, and he really did some research, but say less because it's right there apparent to them. And he sent me a message this morning about a video he watched of Eddie, a short video, and it just spoke volumes watching that about who he is as the owner of the company. And that's what they're looking for. They've probably had bad experiences like all four of us have along the walk. And so just have that confidence and definitely say less. And if it's someone that's seasoned, let it all speak for itself.
Yeah.
Good tip. So
great.
Great point. You know, when I saw this presentation, I can tell you that, and y'all know how much I love this industry and love this company and where my confidence level is, but it actually went higher. I'm like, and because I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people are looking, and now it kind of distinguishes what category they're looking for, and it just enhanced more of what we're doing in the direction we're going with training, duplication, events, you know, that sort of thing, and our system and our company. It was like, we got all this and more.
Well, you know what I like about it? I'm not a hype girl. That just goes the other way. I like to take things and really look at it logically. So this is like just another way to really attack this business as a business, not as a hobby. And so I kind of appreciate where this is going. So anyway, it's nice to see like a real business, right? I saw that. Good morning, everyone. Anyway,
I saw that. I'm like, I love it. Okay, 34 minutes and 51 seconds. Denise Longton, Miss Timekeeper, Boss Lady, thank you so much for allowing us to have extra time. I think it was worth it. Listen, get
stuff.
the message out about the training tonight and say, hey, folks, you got to get on this training tonight. You don't want to miss it. Because, again, I'm going to take what we did today and I'm going to add to it and I'm going to elaborate a little bit. And so you've got some brand new people out there that this is going to light a fire under them.
Yeah.
You got some people out there who've been around for a while, but they're going to catch a spark off of this. They're going to see this and they're going to go, oh my gosh.
For
Now,
sure.
Mm-hmm. So let's pack the house tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for our training. Those of you, this is my new office, by the way, behind me. Those are shutters over there that go to a hallway type thing, stairwell. And I got my chalkboard up, and I don't have any decorations, so I won't show you around. But anyway,
I love it.
I'm in it.
In it.
Thanks, great. Love you, girls. Appreciate everybody on the call. Thanks for being here. I will see you tonight at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh.
Have a great day.
All right. Take care. God bless.